Welcome to We the People, a new birth of freedom. We've been talking about tyrants. We're looking at a fundamental definition of a tyrant. A tyrant basically will not recognize the authenticity of your life, your liberty, your pursuit of happiness, justice, and truth. All of those elements and characteristics that go together to magnify freedom of an individual. Outside of that, as Thomas Jefferson said, you become a member, an instrument, a thing in their hands for them to manipulate you, control you, dominate you. Now, you've heard me say many times that with freedom comes an extreme amount of accountability and responsibility. And I realize that can be taken as a very open-ended statement, because where do you draw the line with accountability and responsibility? Well, the line is drawn in the sand when it comes to accountability and responsibility in the context of our fundamental Bill of Rights. And then you link that to the preamble to the Declaration of Independence and the preamble to the Constitution of the United States. If you can blend those together skillfully, carefully, truthfully, then you'll understand accountability and responsibility that accompanies true liberty. So, let's pose this question. Democratic nominee for president, Joe Biden, says it should be mandated in all 50 states that everyone has to wear masks in public. Now, those of us that would refuse that mandate, are we being accountable? Are we being responsible? Or are we being not accountable and irresponsible if we decide not to wear them? That's a good question. So where do you go with that? Well, first of all, King Biden has no authority to mandate that everyone in all 50 states wear masks in public. That's what kings and monarchs and dictators do. Tyrants, that's what they do. Now, if they want to make a suggestion and say, look, we're looking at medical evidence that masks can help curb this pandemic of the COVID-19 virus. And these are our suggestions. And these are the suggestions of the type of masks you could wear. But the thing of it is, in my world here, and I'm sure that that's expanded in all 50 states, but in my world here, 95 to 98%, maybe even 99% of the masks that are being worn do little to nothing as far as stopping the spread of a COVID-19 virus. They're pretty much novelty masks. Certainly not medically approved in any way, shape, or form. People are making them at home. And I've heard people say, well, they do help a little bit. Well, what's a little bit? What do you mean by a little bit? On a scale of 1 to 10, what's a little bit? What, 1%, 2%, even 5%? That little bit is not enough to curb or stop the spread of COVID-19. So see, you got to listen very carefully to the words that are being used. Joe says masks should be mandated in all 50 states. What kind of mask? Are they going to provide them? Because essentially, there's only several masks out there that actually work, and some that might work can only work in a sterile environment. And even the ones that do work, it's not healthy to wear them extended periods of time. So, to mandate, as if to say it's my law as King Joe Biden, that you're going to wear a mask in all 50 states? No. That's not, well, that's a definition of a tyrant. Now, us as we the people, being accountable and responsible, we can take that into consideration. But once again, if we're going to wear a mask, it has to be something that's going to be, as they say on the hand sanitizers, 99.9% effective against bacteria and viruses, etc., etc. So if a mask is not at least 99% effective, what's the point? If it's not 99% effective, if it's not 50% effective, if it's not 25% effective, are we being accountable and responsible? No. So once again, as you've heard me say before, the government likes to tell you what to do, and then you got to figure out how to do it. If they're going to mandate something like that, then cough up the type of mask that are actually going to work, but they're not going to do that. So you see what I mean? You've got to be very careful, as I said a moment ago. Listen to the words carefully, weigh them out, analyze them, look at it in the context of your life, your liberty, and discern accordingly. You see, we are the people of the United States, American patriots, private citizens. We hold the power. We hold the power to tell them, the government officials, how to protect our freedoms. We tell them. They don't dictate to us how they're going to define our freedoms. If you let a government elected official define your freedom, then you will have none eventually. They'll continue to erode those freedoms away till you have nothing, and you'll be a slave again. You'll be a member, an instrument, a thing in their hands to mold any way they desire. But we tell them how to protect our fundamental freedoms, our fundamental rights as American citizens. We tell them in the context of the Bill of Rights. We're not being radicals. The Bill of Rights is not a radical document. It lets us know, and you hear me say this over and over and over again, and I will continue to say it over and over again, the Bill of Rights lets us know the intrinsic rights that we are born with. It's that simple. So we tell them how to protect that, not become tyrants and define it. We tell them how to be accountable and responsible to protect our fundamental Bill of Rights. So, should you wear a mask in public? I would say, if you could find the right one, and then only at governed amount of times, so you expel the carbon dioxide in your body so you don't get sick from those complications, dizziness, headaches, nausea, sore throat, weakness. I've heard it all. People say, I've got to get this mask off. I'm suffering with headaches. I can't hardly breathe. Well, take it off. Take it off for a while. Be responsible for your own health. What can I say? What can I say? You look at these individuals that are called United States representatives of the alleged freest country on the planet. And this is the best that we can do. This is the best that we can do after all of these years. Anyway, God bless. Until next time, be a true American patriot. Thank you.